How's it going, guys? So in this video, I'll be giving like my story about how I'm gonna be giving you guys a story of how I became like a slasher fan and why I love the genre so much and why I love horror so much. So let's talk about it here for a little bit. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story how I really became a slasher fan. And first of all, I became a slasher fan at a young age. It started out with Scream. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but when I was little, when I was younger, the first Scream movie that I've ever watched was Scream 3. And I had it, I think I was borrowing it from a friend or something like that, if I remember, back a long time ago when I was a kid. Um, and that movie by itself just kind of got me into slashers. Um, and the Scream movies honestly, got me into slashers. So, um, I actually watched the Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. I think that was my first Friday the 13th film that I watched. And as of Halloween, I think I watched. I don't remember what first Halloween movie I seen. Um, I think it might have been Resurrection, if I'm not mistaken. But I think I watched 1978's Halloween back when, I used to like run it. So, and obviously, I wasn't around when that came out, but I was still into that film. It was really good. Halloween is the greatest, one of the greatest franchises ever. Um, but yeah, Scream, man. Uh, Man, that's where it all starts. Like I said, Scream 3 was the first like Scream film that I watched. Um, and like I said, it was back in those days, back when tapes, were a thing. And I remember because I borrowed it from a friend, and I remember that the friend that I borrowed it from actually had the box set. It was actually one of those old school box sets that you used to have, like the old Scream ones, with the tapes in it or whatever. Uh, it was kind of like it was the big ones, you know. It was like a steel book basically, and and I remember that I borrowed that from my friend, but I don't know why I didn't watch the other films. I only decided to watch Scream 3. I don't know why I didn't go back and watch the other, like I didn't watch the other the other two before the third. But honestly, I think that I watched the third one first because I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, that was the first film that I saw, the first like Scream film that I watched, and that's how I became a slasher fan. And then later on in life, I decided to go back and watch like the other two Screams. Um, Obviously, Scream 2 was kind of, it was kind of sad, with Randy dying and all that, and the first Scream, when I watched that for the first time, it was, man, Drew Barrymore was on the poster and all that. And you know, I got fooled, man. That's all I could say. I got fooled because I thought that she was the final girl, but I think she was supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I could be wrong, but I don't remember if I think she was supposed to be Sydney Prescott. That's right. I think I'm correct on that. I think that is correct, right? Let me know in the comment section, but I'm pretty sure that Drew Barrymore was going to play Sydney Prescott originally, and it decided to she decided to, that she wanted to get killed off in the opening scene. So, um yeah, so that's basically my story of how I became a slasher fan. Screams, started it all for me, man. Like, um Scream 3 obviously was the first one that I watched, and like I said, it was really generic. Like back in those days, it was back before CDs were even out. Like it was back when it was just like tapes and all that. So it was kind of a little different, and a little weird. Because now you have DVDs, and now back then we actually didn't have DVDs basically. So it's kind of crazy how technology has changed. Um, but yeah, that's basically how I became a slasher fan. The Scream movies. I'm just fascinated by slashers. I'm fascinated by it's just the slasher films are so entertaining. Like they're so entertaining and so fun. Like I can't even tell you how fun they are to watch. Um, just all that blood, all the guts, all that stuff, man. I love that stuff. It's just I'm very fascinated by it. I'm very fascinated by slashers, um, like Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Child's Play, Texas Chains, those films. I'm very fascinated by those films. Um, I don't like any other like horror films. Like I don't like paranormal stuff. I don't like possession stuff. I just like slashers, man. Slashers are just it for me, man. They're just so entertaining. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little story that I told you guys about how I became a slasher fan. Let me know how you guys became a slasher fan in the comment section. With that being said, peace out.